So right now, without further ado, I would like to bring my special guest on this segment of Catching Some Z's with Johnny Z out here right now. My little brother, the co-owner and commissioner of IZW, the living, breathing, walking, talking, blood-pumping bobblehead himself, Jeff Wolfenbarger. You see, I told you, I am going to come out here week in and week out, and I'm going to make your life a miserable hell until you get in this ring with me and you take the ass whipping you deserve. The little clause in his contract that makes him commissioner means he has to agree to be in a match before anyone can lay hands on him legally. So here's the thing. You need me to go away, and we all need you to go away. If you've got any kind of cojones, any type of backbone, any type of testicular fortitude at all, little brother, then you will step into the ring with me at the Danny Hodge Invitational, one-on-one, and we will let all the bad blood spill out for the entire world to see. And when it's all said and done, Johnny Z will be 100% owner of IZW.
Maybe a few weeks ago, I may have said, yeah, let's go do it. Let me kick the living crap out of you and get 100% control of this company. And I like having you around because I get to show you your failure. Since we know I'm not going to go up against you, I have a little challenge for you. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see if you can be a leader, like you like to put it. At the Danny Hodge Invitational, how about an 8-man tag? I will be joining Impact Inc. against you and whatever team you think you can put together. Let's see if you can find anyone that can trust you. If you really want to get your hands on me, if you really want to show
Just shut up. I've only got one statement to make from this point, coward. It looks like one way or another, I'll be seeing you and the rest of Impact Inc. at the Danny Hodge Invitational, little brother. IZW fans, it's your favorite show every Friday night, and it's our favorite show every Friday night. It's Impact Television, and I'm the owner of IZW and your host here every Friday night, Johnny Z, and alongside me is my favorite co-host, Big DA. And fans, as you saw in that opening video, DA, as we saw in that opening video, we're just 3 weeks away from the Danny Hodge Invitational live September 17th. iPay-per-view, GFL.TV, and it just got huge, DA. We've got an 8-man tag team main event. It's Team Impact Inc., my little brother bobblehead Jeff against me, the natural-born leader, and the men that I will assemble to be my teammates at the Danny Hodge Invitational, DA. And fans, we will teach Impact Inc. a lesson about how things are done in Impact Zone Wrestling.
Fans, Johnny Z exactly correct. The pieces are starting to fall into place for the Danny Hodge Invitational, our first ever internet pay-per-view, and we know our first team is going to be in the tag team tournament, and we have an announcement for another match later on. But I got to talk about that main event, an 8-man tag team match, and Team Impact Inc. You can pretty much guarantee we know who's going to be a part of that team. And Johnny Z, I know with Team Johnny Z, we're going to find out tonight in our main event. A big piece maybe of your team.
You're exactly right, DA. Things already getting interesting as far as that big 8-man tag goes. I went on the recruiting trail immediately, if you will, and I went looking for a partner, DA. And it might have surprised a lot of people, but this man right here, the Impact Division, the IZW Impact Division champion right here, Double D, He has made one of the biggest impacts this company has ever seen,
No
DA.
doubt about that.
And fans, those of you that were here, you all already know. Those of you that are watching Impact TV, tonight in the main event, you'll find out a lot of interesting things developing around my team already. But we all know I went and I asked this man right here to be the first team member of Team Johnny Z, DA. And as I said, I'm sure that surprised a lot of people. But, I mean, who else would you ask? I understand all the things we've been through, but this man has overcome so many things.
Absolutely,
DA.
so many things he's overcome, and we remember everything that happened, but we also remember evolution. And that young man took you to the limit in that cage match, and that's the point really when it seemed like the respect was earned, and you understood what Double D was all about, and that heart that he has.
You know what? He earned all the respect in the world from me, DA. Not only for that match, but for matches like this that we're going to watch here tonight. I mean, he is the Impact Division champion. Kenny Campbell's a five-time Impact Division champion. This was a hell of a match, just like that cage match at Evolution was a hell of a match. And Double D took me to my limit, and he beat me, DA. Double D is one hell of a competitor, and I would not rather have anyone by my side other than that young man.
Well, it certainly would be a great addition to Team Johnny Z.
Fans, you know what? Come back with us after the break. We'll catch you up on the Danny Hodge Invitational.
Could you be IZW's next superstar? Impact Academy training is open year-round. Learn from IZW's best. Who knows, you could be the IZW World Heavyweight Champion, like Jermaine Johnson. He trained at the Impact Academy. If you think you can handle it, call today. Impact Ink Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton. From the outside to the inside, at Impact Ink, you'll find artistic expression at the core of everything they do. The finest artists in Texoma can imagine and create custom ink for you, or we can realize in ink anything you imagine. And Impact Ink's body modifier can do it all. From corsets to dermals to exotic piercings. And every Friday afternoon, it's $50 Friday. Come see what that's all about. Impact Ink Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton, 699-7530.
Saturday, September 17th, IZW goes live on pay-per-view. The Danny Hodge Invitational. You'll see the tournament semifinals and finals. Plus, Angel Williams gets his hands on the monster wage with a 20-foot dog collar chain. And bad blood boils over as Impact Inc. faces Team Johnny Z in an 8-man tag. Live at the Impact Arena or live on pay-per-view at GFL.TV. Shady Sands presents the Danny Hodge Invitational. Saturday, September 17th. Just 3 weeks away. Just 3 weeks from live pay-per-view at the Danny Hodge Invitational. The tournament continues as Bernie D and Gary Toole, the big guns, take on the 2011 Impact Player of the Year Randy Price and the IZW Heavyweight Champion Jermaine Johnson. And will Johnny Z find another teammate on Team Johnny Z for the main event at the Danny Hodge Invitational? Find out tomorrow night at the Impact Arena, 1009 Southwest F in Lawton.
Well, Johnny Z, before the break, we were talking a lot about Double D, possibly being the number one pick for Team Johnny Z when you go up against Team Impact Inc., the Danny Hodge Invitational. And, we saw you last Saturday night. You spoke to Double D. You talked to him about it. And I think it's safe to say we can all understand Double D's apprehension after everything that's happened in the past year. But your brother, getting involved and pulling D aside almost and reminding him of those things and setting up the main event that we're going to see tonight with you in a tag team match against two members of Impact Inc.
That DA, would you expect any less? I mean, when I think about it, it's so twisted. That's what Impact Inc. feeds on, DA. That's what my brother feeds on. They feed on mind games. They feed on toying with people. He did. He went and he pulled Double D aside. He found out what was going on, and he talked to him, and then he makes this main event. He challenges me to a tag team match against Jermaine Johnson and Randy Price in the main event Saturday night, and basically challenges the entire locker room, but more specifically Double D, to come out and show and make his decision.
That was a great move there by Kenny Campbell. We might have to take one more look at that with our Impact replay. See him go for the cover there.
That was. The way he landed on him, he could have hurt D.
Look at the motion, just one hop up there. And Right over the top. That's a great move. Kenny Campbell, five-time champ. We talked about that earlier.
We haven't talked enough about this, DA, this match we're watching right here, Fanzy. We're talking about Double D, but we haven't talked about Kenny Campbell, and the fact is he is a five-time Impact Division champion, ladies and gentlemen. This was his rematch Saturday night, a chance to regain that Impact Division championship. And as I said, it was a hell of a match, just like that move right there.
A great back-and-forth matchup that we saw.
I wasn't sure. At times, I thought Kenny Campbell might possibly regain his championship Saturday night. Double D, a valiant competitor, the crowd always behind him, and I'm sorry we haven't talked enough about the match. But the Danny Hodge Invitational, it's so huge, DA. It's our first ever pay-per-view. It's live. It's around the world. It's new horizons for Impact Zone Wrestling fans. Ooh.
Fans, definitely a lot of changes happening here in IZW with our new internet pay-per-view and the inception of the Danny Hodge Invitational, and we know now that we found out last Saturday night our first tag team entered, Aerial Assault, winning their match and becoming the first team to qualify for that next round, the Danny Hodge Invitational.
Yes, we have one team into the semifinals of the Danny Hodge Invitational already, and tomorrow night as we talk about this big 8-man tag, DA, coming up at the Danny Hodge Invitational, Jermaine Johnson, Randy Price, Michael Berry, Impact Inc., they love to win at everything. Well, I've got a big announcement in the second half of the show here tonight about another match tomorrow night. I think you and all the fans will be very interested in that. You like your exclusives? Well, I've got one here for you tonight.
Fans, wow.
Look at that.
Great reversal by Double D.
But another reversal by Kenny Campbell. Oh, another reversal by Double D.
Oh.
Boom. The defacer right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going to be
1, 2, 3. Like I said, why would you want anyone else to be your first member on your team in a match like I've got at the Danny Hodge Invitational? This man has overcome so many things. My brother trying to play mind games with him Saturday night. It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have time to get into that in the second half of the show. We've said there's other huge things going on at the Danny Hodge Invitational. Well, I made a huge match Saturday night for the Danny Hodge Invitational. Let's watch this video and see what it's all about.
Wage didn't show up tonight. So now, Wage, I have to send you a message. Hopefully, you can afford cable and you can watch IZW Impact TV. And you can't hide from the Widowmaker forever. Sooner or later, your ass will belong to me.
Angel Williams, you want to call me out, boy? You want to keep calling me out? I'm right here, baby. Why don't you come get some?
Angel Williams is nowhere near the Impact Arena tonight. That he's got a previous booking he committed to out of state, so you want to come out here and act all tough. And you like that chain you carry around so much? Well, let's hope you're proficient with it. Live on pay-per-view September 17th, Wage versus the Widowmaker, Angel Williams, at the Danny Hodge Invitational in a dog collar chain match.